Hi everyone, Carter Krishnaiyer here, continuing our series. This is a book I wrote earlier this year, which is for USA 250, but it is how Florida became part of the United States. And check it out. This is the actual history, not the sanitized, whitewashed history that our president and our governor and USA 250 has been pushing. So I want to mention, last week, I was in Nassau. And in Nassau, at the port, which is full of Americans, a lot of them are MAGA, right, taking cruise ships, they have a USA 250 display, which is paid for or sponsored by Prager University, the right-wing the right wing, like Hillsdale College, right? And the sponsor Candace Owens and all of this stuff, Matt Walsh, all of that nonsense. And the Prager display does not talk about slavery at all. I talk about the Bahamas in this book a fair amount because that's where once the U.S. acquired Florida, or actually invaded Florida. We talk about invasions of Florida in this book, American invasions of Florida. We're taught, oh, the U.S. Bought Florida from Spain. Well, that was after a lot of duress, and the British had, in fairness, the British had been arming the Seminole to fight the American incursions. Not that they shouldn't arm them. They saw them as an enemy, and the British, of course, controlled the Bahamas until 1973. It was a British colony. They runaway slaves. Before you had the Underground Railroad, you had the Saltwater Railroad. You had runaway slaves escaping to the Bahamas from Florida after the Americans took over Florida. No mention of that, no mention of slavery, just all sorts of stuff, no mention of really the Bahamas-U.S. interaction, even though that's what it was sold as. That's why I went, because I thought it was going to be this thing about the relationship between the U.S. and the Bahamas as neighbors. Pictures of Trump, pictures of Herschel Walker, who apparently is the ambassador of the Bahamas. I wasn't aware of that. And no mention of slavery, no mention of Jim Crow, none of that. So you'll learn the Bahamas' role in securing freedom for slaves in this book. And check it out if you want to. Just Google it on Amazon. You'll find it.